All right, this match review comes to us from Justice with 600 or 765 hours, but only about 100 of these are on killers. So despite the fact that they're kind of approaching that adept area of Dead by Daylight, they are fairly new to killer, which is totally fine. They're playing Xenomorph, which is, IMD number 4 Xenomorph in the world in terms of total tail attacks. I have 11.09k tail attacks. Yeah, I have a lot. A lot. So good person to ask about this. RPD is no matter what side you end up getting. Technically killer sided maps, but the Xenomorph in particular seems to have issues on indoor maps for a multitude of reasons. Your turret station spawns are usually really awkward and wonky, and also your smaller areas doesn't really matter because the motion sensors on the turrets kind of rat you out. So now you're just dealing with the bad collision of an indoor map with your M2, along with bad turret locations, and you don't even get to utilize your stealth fully. It's just kind of like... However, you do get East Wing. East Wing is the more killer-sided of the two. Both are killer-sided, even though the RPD in general is just kind of an annoying map. East Wing is the more killer-sided of the two, so you got that going for you. Let's take a look at your add-ons, you poikes. I do like the Blightomorph. I respect the Blightomorph. You are using the correct add-ons. These are the Xenomorph's 2 best add-ons, in my opinion. You always, if you can help it, be running double anti-turret, because you want to be in your power as much as possible, while your turrets and your tunnel traversal is a very, very helpful tool. Your main oppressive tool is your tail attack, so you want to stay in your crawler mode as much as possible, which is accomplished by these add-ons. Your build is literally perfect. I will not change a thing. You got a really, really strong info perk, really, really strong non-slowdown perk that buys you more time to play the game, and the 2 best slowdown in the game. That's literally like Fisher Price's first good build. Good job. Congratulations. If you lose for any reason, it's not because your add-ons or the map or your build. You got all those right. On the money. Matter of fact, this is almost my build. Instead of Pain Res Ultimate Weapon, I use Nowhere to Hide Eruption. This is almost my build. You find somebody right away, very good. You're doing a good job so far. Start an early chase, already on someone. You were just a little impatient. You could hit that. There you go. There you go. You can't hit up over this, by the way. These little desks, you can't hit up over these. It's just difficult because there's a lot of crap up here. If you notice, there's like little lamps and stuff, and those have like, big collision boxes around them. But as long as you can avoid those, you could actually arc a shot up and over this. So just keep that in mind. That is harder though. So if you're not used to it, it will definitely like probably mess with you a bit. But you can totally hit up over this. Yeah, it may have been better just to tailgate her a bit and then line up the shot. I respect you going for the fun shot though. But the right answer is probably to tailgate her a bit more. I don't know why she's just standing there. Oh, because she has a Xenomorph name. I mean, we take those. We take those. Oh, okay. I don't know what she was doing. You can make it to that one. You could have made this painter hook over here in your bottom right, the one in the the reception. You could have made that. You 100% could have made that. You 100% could have made that. You won't say no to the pop though. Free pop use on a main area Gen 2. For reference, for those that are curious, the reason the RPD maps, despite how icky they are killer-sided at the end of the day is, first off, well, at least on the east side, for sure, the resources aren't very good. A little bit less so on the west side. The west side, there's a lot more for survivors to work with. But this is essentially an I-shaped map. We talk about I-shaped maps a lot, like Azeroth's Resting Place, Sanctum of Wrath. Basically, you know, they're shaped like an eye. So there's like a choke point that all survivors have to run through in order to get from one side of the map to the other. And for RPD, this is the main hall. You have to come through the main hall to go from east side to west side over and over and over. So as long as you patrol this and put a lot of pressure on this area, your survivors literally have to come to you. So Suffer Pit, another great example. At least the OG variation. Yeah, that's why RPD is ultimately killer-sided. Just because it is technically an eye-shaped map. In the sense that it has that choke point in the middle that survivors have to come through. I've seen certain huntresses actually enjoy coming to this map. Because once they get somebody hooked in the middle of the main hall, it just, like, the pressure just doesn't stop. Because you almost never hear a huntress say, like, oh, I like an indoor map. Like, certain huntresses like going to RPD, because once they get that, like, that middle hook like that, they can just start chucking hatchets from anywhere in this main hall and making their life miserable. Fun play is, yeah, that's good. I'm glad. It was very fun. Very good, too. I'm kind of set on the fact that I think Pyramid Head is ultimately a better killer. Which is fine. The ability to hit through walls and objects is just, in a lot of cases, just, like, not beatable. The first thing I will say is, why did you bring Pain Res if you're not taking them to Pain Res X? I don't know if you just don't think that you can make these, or, like, why you're not attempting them. But, like, you could definitely have, with both these hooks, made this lobby hook, or Scourge hook over here. I don't know why you're foregoing using your... This is the most powerful slowdown in the game right now. Don't be foregoing use, especially if it's possible for you to use it. No, boss mine! Oh! I've been mildly inconvenienced. Oh no! Jeez. Not the mild inconvenience. What'll I ever do? Good job. Locked animations. This is you guys playing Survivor against this character. Don't... If you would not get a locked animation against, like, a Huntress, against, like, a Trickster or a Deathslinger, don't do it in front of a Xenomorph. The Xenomorph is essentially a short-range projectile killer, so if you want to get a locked animation in front of a projectile killer, like, don't do it in front of the Xenomorph. That's why Nancy messed up. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the character. She is pre-dropping because she is scared. You can hit up over this. That's unfortunate. What is she doing? You're a bit more patient there. You're doing this thing that I like to do, which is not great. Where, like, just wow, that hit. Holy moly. Oh my gosh. Just because a pallet can be played does not mean you always should. Like, you could have M1'd her at that pallet there, like, probably 2 or 3 times before the chase actually ended. But, like, you wanted to go for the cool thing and go for the shot, right? Which, like, I respect. Trust me. Yeah, she's top 5 humor. I respect that. But, like, it's not smart. I would also do the exact same thing, but it's technically not the optimal play. Just gotta throw that out there. It did extend you a chase. Actually get some Scourge hook value. Because they're gonna start getting those gens out soon if you don't. Why could you not get through that door? It was insane, yeah. If you notice, they corrected it too, which is not something people even know you can really do with the character, because they started the attack in the wrong area and then flicked it. Usually people think of, like, characters like Oni and stuff when they think of, like, correctionals. Xeno actually is far more in-depth than people give it credit for. It's kind of one of the things that draws me to the character. Good job not losing your pop there. I feel like a lot of people would forget. You can hit up one over this. not even gonna attempt it. I would challenge you to start trying to use the vertical play of this character. Try to hit up and over objects. I don't think I've seen you attempt once. You always go for these safe lineup shots, which is fine, but you're missing out on a lot of potential. I would challenge you in particular to start trying to hit up and over things. Start using the vertical arc shots, or lob shots as I like to call them. Try going for them. Once again, you just like... I don't think you've used your pain res. Yeah, because the only pain res you use is Nancy, and all you had to do was walk out here, drop in the pain res hooks right there. Like, you're just kind of like ignoring the fact that you have pain res. Thankfully, you have pop, which will do enough work on its own for a lot of that, but like... You're also... Why even bring pain res if you're not going to use it? Why even do it if you're not going to use it? Thank you for the double lurk test. It is now lurk squared. That makes it even more powerful. Like a level up. Oh, you're on console. I was like... If you ever think somebody's gonna spin, you just back up. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Slow down! The fact that you hit that correctional on console is kind of dirty. Like, the more I think about that, that was a really good shot. That was good. That was a good bait on her part. That wasn't you. You gotta hit up and... try hitting up and over things. There you go. That was kind of more of a lineup shot still, because the loop was low enough, but like... Reasons, and you will grow in strength. See, this is what happens. Like, you've had 3 stacks of pain res, and you're just now starting to get use out of it at 1 gen. You could have prevented most of those gens from popping if you had gotten your pain res uses earlier. Spun by PC players. Yeah. They're, like, people that try to tell you that, like, PC has no advantage over console are lying to you. Is it greatly exaggerated? Oh, yeah. Greatly exaggerated? Oh, yeah. But there is stuff like that where it's just kind of like you have more of an uphill battle compared to other people. Although DBD is not one of those games, a lot of games that, like, mouse and keyboard is like a clear advantage, they don't let you plug in mouse and keyboard to your console. Like, they have shit that detects that. But DBD does not. Because DBD is not that sweaty of a game, so. Yet. Yeah, that's usually I would kind of say nay to using pop on a... That was a good shot. Pop on a gen that has that little progress, but like I said, those main area gens are like high pressure areas that you should not leave alone. Yeah, there's no reason you should be just now getting all your pain res uses out. That's kind of like the main reason you're losing this. Honestly, that's like they're just kind of playing well. And you're not playing poorly. You just like had a really strong slowdown that you just chose not to use for like the entire game until the end. And also, has anybody noticed something? Anybody noticed something that's been happening this entire time? I wasn't going to comment on it until, like, it had gotten, like, at least halfway through the game. What have we only seen used, like, once? Look at the poikes. What have you seen used, like, 1 time? And that's it. Ultimate weapon. So now... Not only not only have you basically not used Pain Res, which is like the best slowdown perk in the game, you have only used Ultimate Weapon like once, which is one of the best info perks in the game. So, like, you've been playing this game with Pop No Way Out, which No Way Out doesn't go off until the end game. So you've been essentially playing this whole match with Pop by itself. You wonder why this match was so difficult. You were a one perk Andy, essentially, for the entire early and mid game. Don't bring perks if you're not going to use them. Or you can be like me and bring Ultimate Weapon. Remember to use it and get like 3 Calm Spirit users and be like, You're kind of just like looking around right now, which the reason I bring this up is like you could have used Ultimate Weapon to find these people, and B, even if you weren't using Ultimate Weapon, you could be using the tunnels to try and like track them too. So you have multiple avenues. You should have probably not M2'd that. You should have just M1'd it. There you go. Whoa! If only you were bright blue in that outfit, Hattie. You would have been fine. Good shot. For console, your shots are really good. I will say that. For console, your shots are very, very good. Well, you have her dead. That's good. You got a pop on this over halfway gen. Oh no, you've been minorly inconvenienced. Oh no. I'll be with you in a second. There you go. So you know what gens they want. They want the main hall gen and they want the outside gen. The courtyard gen. So you know what they want now. So you should be able to react accordingly. I would go for Hattie here. Or not Hattie. Hattie just died. Go for Darita. Get her down. Get another pop use. You could have hit that. You kind of got it at a bad angle. If you had just followed her and lined up at the window, you could have hit that. Made the door bigger? Yeah, they made that change a while ago. I know what door you're talking about, yeah. Blight for Lesset Blue. Huh? The fact that we're at 1 gen, I just finally saw your final Pain Res use go away, hurts me. That's not regressing, so hit the other one. You popped out. That's why Pop Pain Res is such a powerful combo. We're like in this exact scenario. So Pain Res hit the other one, and you hit this one with Pop, so now just like... You basically get to keep a lot of this on lockdown. This is east side, so she is going to be able to go out into the... Yeah. That happens here sometimes, because the fires just makes it kind of hard to see the scratch marks, which is... Yeah, that's understandable. That happens. Also, the sound of the flames obscures their footsteps. Back what I missed. We're just doing match reviews. Oh, you get hung up there. That's sad. Well, she doesn't... Yeah, she went upstairs. She didn't go down here. She went upstairs. She went upstairs. At this point, getting quick downs is super, like, necessary because you need pop uses. Because Pain Res is down now. So you need as many pop uses as possible. Yeah, you needed those. You needed to... quickly down her, hook her, and then pop that gen. That is unfortunate. I think you have no way out, so you got some time here. Hit the shot! That is the first time I've seen you attempt a vertical. Like an arc shot. That would have saved you so much time this match. That I can't get too upset with you for, because that is kind of like the higher skill cap of this character. Wow, she is comp dropping. But, like, that does... If you are going to be playing the character, it is worth to start investing into that. Learning how to do that stuff. This is why she comp dropped everything, so she could... Oh, you got stuck, this was said? So she could come back and vault it later while W came back to the exits. You can still stay on her. They can't start those yet. While you don't get stuck again, you should be able to get her here. Wow. Nice. You're good at those for console. Projectile killers on console are pretty annoying. You seem to be fairly comfortable, which is good. Which is why I almost argue more that you should be trying to attempt those arc shots, because if you're comfortable hitting these other shots, I guarantee you can start hitting those shots that require vertical play. I guarantee it. Well, she already threw this, so... Yeah! There you go. You get 3k out of this? You do. Yeah, so... in terms of this match, this is going to sound funny. In terms of your main takeaways, the first thing, and the thing that actually cost you this match... No, I say cost that, but it's like... You got a 3k. But the thing that made it so difficult, you had pain res, and you didn't use it to 1 gen. You also had ultimate weapon. You only use it like once or twice. You brought extremely strong perks and didn't use them. And then your last perk was No Way Out, which only goes off in the end game. So you were essentially playing the early mid game with only 1 perk, which was Pop Goes the Weasel. Thankfully, it was one of the best perks. But like, you essentially played this game, most of this match as a 1 perk Andy. You gotta remember to get value out of your perks. If you're not going to be getting value out of them, they are essentially just dead perk slots. Ham is rating me. Yeah, like I was saying to you, Justice, for your match review, not getting value out of your perks is might as well not have brought the perks at all. So I would either, you know, make sure you remember to give value to these perks. This is a very solid build. This is like a near perfect build, if not just outright a perfect build. Make sure you remember to give value out of your perks, or brings things that you would rather, you know, something you would remember to use more often. In terms of your second takeaway, Justice, I would encourage you, especially since you seem pretty comfortable already hitting the Xenomorph tail shots, I would encourage you to start going for vertical play. Start going for arc shots. There's a lot of chases you could have ended a lot quicker if you went up and over an object, instead of just kind of like being patient and going around an extra loop or two to get the safe shot. While usually, especially on console, I would just kind of like not even mention that. The fact that you are on console and you are hitting the shots that you are is fairly impressive. I'm not saying that to gas you up, like legitimately, like you know, objectively, I do think you got a good thing going. So I would push that already good thing even further and try to start hitting up and over things more consistently and going for those shots, like the one you went on the stairwell and the God Pallet. And I think you would find that a lot of your chases would be much shorter. A lot of your chases would be much shorter. So those would be my main things that I mean, like, literally, like, I could come up with a third reason, but really, you're not getting value out of your perks is kind of the main reason lost. There's no reason this shouldn't have been a 4K. If you had stopped, like, you notice there's a point in this match where you're at, like 3 or 4 gens for a long time, and then suddenly it just, like, zoots to 1 out of nowhere. And that's because, like, you weren't slapping the other gens with pain res, so suddenly a bunch get done all at once. Because you literally weren't pressuring those gens. You just had pop delivered to 1 gen at a time, and you should have been affecting gens across the map. That is the #1 reason you lost. The #1 reason you lost. So that would be my main focus, and also expand your horizons. Try to hit up and over things. Try to use vertical play. It's your pal.